Hi there, it's Lisa here from counselingforbusypeople.com. Welcome back. Today I'd like to talk with you about crying. I speak with so many women who, when they feel those tears coming, start to apologize to me. Seriously? I mean, we women have been conditioned to feel shame when we cry in front of someone. There's no need to feel ashamed by your own tears. I think crying is the most natural thing in the world. Crying helps us heal. It cleanses us. Crying makes me feel better. It is an outward expression of how we feel inside. Why should we have to restrict ourselves to mere words? And how come it's acceptable to cry when we have a physical injury, but not when we have an emotional one? It doesn't make any sense. So in my office, I encourage women, and men too, to speak right through their tears. It shouldn't be a conversation stopper. That said, a lot of men hate it when women cry. Perhaps your husband feels like he's responsible for hurting you, so he immediately tacks away from a difficult conversation you were having, which only makes you feel even more frustrated with yourself. Some men tell me they feel punished or even ashamed for making a woman cry. Others say they feel manipulated by a woman's tears. That's because they don't understand why women cry, why we all cry. Well, I'm here to tell you that if your boyfriend gets upset when you cry, that's his stuff. That is not your stuff. And men cry too. Sadly, they feel weak when they can't control their tears. It is so sad they feel that way. My belief is that men, from the time they're small toddlers, are more conditioned not to cry than little girls are. Big boys don't cry. I mean, I was never told that stuff. I mean, I don't know if you were. So men have had a lifetime of practice in how not to cry in front of anyone. Believe me, men cry. They just may not cry in front of you because they were taught that crying for a guy is not grown up, or worse, the crying is not manly or masculine. Ugh. My point of view is that crying is a natural state that men more than women have been taught to suppress, and so unnecessarily. So when you start to cry, just ask your boyfriend or husband to ignore your tears and focus on your words. Ask him to please continue with what he was saying, or to continue listening to the feeling you are trying to convey or that you want him to understand about you. Crying for a woman who's never been conditioned from a young age not to cry does cause problems at work. I had a female client a few years back whose sole purpose for coming to counseling was to learn how not to cry in front of her boss, during tough meetings, or at her annual review. She had a big job. I think it is helpful for some to keep in their memory bank a collection of things or people who make them laugh. Access that memory when you feel the water building behind your eyes. For this particular client, she chose a memory of her father falling backwards in his chair at a black tie dinner. Even when she told me about it, she fell into fits of laughter. But if that doesn't work, find a reason to leave for a moment, to have a chance to recollect yourself. Spill your water bottle if you have to. But the purpose of this video is to help you take yourself off the hook. Crying is not a bad thing, and you were likely as a child never conditioned not to cry. It's not that you're weak. It's not that you're a wussy. And while I'm at it, if a woman starts to cry in your office, perhaps during her review, simply offer her a tissue and continue. Be nice. So collect your funny memories and have them ready in your mind if you anticipate a difficult conversation. And with your husband or your boyfriend, just continue to speak through your tears. He's the one who needs to understand that crying is no reason to stop a conversation, nor is it a tool of manipulation, nor is it punishment you're using on him to get your own way. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you're going to be more comfortable with your own tears now, and everyone else's. If you found this of value to you, just click the thumbs up button below or share it with a friend who could use some support too. Take good care.